Hello, good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, good afternoon. Good, good. You tell me, how are you?
I'm also doing great. Thank you so much for asking. As you are coming first time on my YouTube channel, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
So, hello everyone. My name is Roshan and I am from Bihar. I work as a teacher on the internet. I teach English. Recently, I graduated and I have been creating YouTube videos for the last 1.5 years. And yeah, I talk about English learning books and movies. So that's pretty much about me.
From where you are?
Yeah,
From where
I'm
from
from
where
Bihar.
you're from Bihar. Okay. So now
Yes,
what are you
yes.
doing? You're doing like full time YouTube.
Yes, earlier I was working in a school, but then I switched to the internet because I started getting some attention on YouTube. People wanted to learn English, and
Mm,
so I wasn't able to manage both school, YouTube, and online classes. So I thought, like, if I'm able to earn some money here, then let's give it some try. So
oh,
let's give it a try here. That's what I thought, and yeah, it worked for me. It is working for me right now, so that's why I switched to online.
okay, shall I introduce myself now? So,
Yeah, yeah,
mm,
sure.
my name is Rashmi Singh, and I hold an MSc degree. I am a teacher. I'm mother of two kids. And very recently, I have started this YouTube channel, and very recently, I have started this collaboration sessions. And really, I'm enjoying
Mm.
these collaboration sessions to talking to people, to knowing about their culture, their dreams, their struggles. And along with that, my hobbies are reading books, traveling a lot, watching movies. So that's all about me.
Yeah. So we share two common hobbies, reading and watching movies.
So
So,
I
so can we?
would please
Yeah,
ask.
please. I was saying that let's talk about some books and movies. I think viewers can take some
Hmm.
recommendation and they can try to improve their English with that.
Okay, so you tell me which book you have studied lately.
Yeah. So for the viewers, I'm not trying to flex this. I actually read this book and I read a lot, like every day for 1 hour, 1.5 hour, whenever I get time.
Hmm.
So recently, for the past 6 months, I have been reading Stormlight Archive. That's a fantasy series, fantasy fiction.
Hmm.
And yesterday, I completed it. So I'm kind of feeling the void. Like once you are done with a big series or a big book series, you feel like you have lost something. So that's what
Hmm.
how I'm feeling right now. It was just
Okay.
so good, the characters, the world building. Again,
Hmm.
it is called a Stormlight Archive,
Hmm.
and it is about this world where humans have moved to another planet, and it's
Okay.
so good. I don't think I
Oh.
have ever read anything like that, ever watched anything like that. So it's like on top of my favorite list.
So it
Stormlight Archive.
I can
Yes.
say it looked like Elon Musk dream to shift on Mars. You boys really enjoy such kind of fictions, but I can say you, I don't enjoy so much fictions, dreaming things.
Yeah.
But I just find
Actually,
you people fantasize everything.
yeah, but it's not that the story doesn't start like they're moving to
Hmm,
another planet. We get to, it's a kind of a spoiler, but it's
hmm,
very popular thing. So I don't think I'm spoiling anything. So, like, it is more than fiction, it deals with almost every sector of our life, philosophy, self-help, motivation, whatever you name it. That book is full of all the genres. Like one
hmm.
book is about 1300 pages, so you can imagine how much you are
Yes.
getting to know one character. And the
Hmm,
book is not even finished, the whole series.
hmm.
There are just total 5 books right now, and the author has planned total 10 books. So
Oh my
it's
God.
like a world where you immerse yourself. And
Hmm,
I can keep going on forever. So I don't want to be that nerd that who
hmm,
won't stop talking about his favorite book. So yeah,
hmm.
it's like, so it's just great.
So about me, I can say recently I have finished the book, Power of Your Subconscious Mind,
Yeah.
and it's by Joseph Murphy. And I can
Mm.
say yes, when I go through this book, I read it for 2 or 3 times. I have listened it on Cuckoo FM as well, because it shows what are the capacities we have, what are the potential we
Mm.
have inside, and our subconscious
Okay.
mind is so strong, so great. If you are giving it right kind of information, right kind of
Mm.
beliefs, if you have belief,
Yeah.
then it will manifest. And it also helped me to understand our mind or subconscious mind is so powerful that once
Mm.
you are just totally in a surrender mode for something, then you can achieve that
Mm.
thing, you can get that thing. Really, there's the
Yeah,
different
that's very
examples.
fascinating.
Yeah, they are so inspiring examples. It is everywhere, if there is a chapter like idea,
Hmm.
like dreams, if there is a chapter, then
Hmm.
they have explained it with examples. Everything is
Yeah.
with the very inspiring examples. How lady
Hmm.
from the America who just powerfully think about to treat her cancer, and she every night she went into the sleep, when then she just gave some affirmations, read some affirmations during the sleep or
Hmm.
before the sleep, and then
Yeah.
slowly how she recovers. So I really like that book because it was full of examples, inspiring examples.
Hmm.
So I can say
Yeah.
everybody should read it at least once.
Yeah, I have heard so many times about this book, but I'm
Mm.
not into self-help. For some reason, I always get triggered. But
Mm.
yeah, I totally understand. Like whatever you enjoy, you should read that. So I'm
Mm.
not
Yes,
somebody who
yes.
forces that. You have to read only this
Mm.
genre.
Mm.
And talking about subconscious mind, our brain is so fascinating. Like we can completely train it the way we want to. But it's
Mm.
difficult for some people. Once you go into that spiral, your negativity, it's really difficult
Mm.
to get out.
Yes,
So,
yes.
like, I hope that everyone is in a nice space where they can be nice
Mm.
to each other. Yeah, and that book also deals with things like that,
Positive
negativity and
thinking.
how you
Yeah, yeah,
spiral.
positive thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, deals with that also.
Hmm.
There's so many
Yeah.
examples where positive thinking
Hmm.
can change everything in your life, and how negative thinking can destroy everything in your life, abolition everything in your life. So there is, as well as it has so much harmful effect on our body, and pathetic,
Hmm.
make it pathetic in our relationship. So negative thinking is like if you're thinking here about somebody negatively, maybe they
Hmm.
are getting the, what you can say, if you're sensitive enough, they can understand you are not,
Yeah.
you don't have a good thinking, you don't like that person. They
Hmm.
automatically, you also, we also realize it sometimes. No, I'm not
True.
getting good vibes from him or her.
Hmm.
It's not my,
Yeah.
like
It's like you can see the aura. And guys, you see
yeah.
there are two auras behind me. Both are
Hmm.
positive right now. Yeah,
You
you
have
can you can get
blue
that
and
feeling
orange.
like when we
Hmm.
meet when
Hmm.
you meet somebody in real life with their tone, how they talk to you, how they respond to you, you are able to get that.
Right. So that's what about this. Okay. I would like to ask you one more thing. What inspired you to start learning English?
Yeah, I have answered this question many times, and I always say that it was not an intentional
Mm.
thing that, I wanted to learn English. It was just that I was so fascinated by stories, movies, and books that I thought that, you know what, if I know this language, I can be exposed to so much media that my whole life will be not enough. So that's what
Mm.
happened. Like when I was in class 8 or 9, I
Mm.
used to watch a lot of animated movies,
Okay.
read Champak, Bal Hans. Like since
Mm.
my childhood, I was into those things. But
Mm.
in class 10th, I had almost finished everything, like
Mm.
everything which was in Hindi, animated films.
Okay.
I discovered anime, like Japanese animation, and
Mm.
they were in Japanese and English. So I thought, let's try. And for some reason, I was able to understand them. Like not
Mm.
completely, but I never stopped.
Okay.
So I guess I understood the rule of comprehension
Mm.
very early at like I didn't even realize that the first rule of comprehension is to never stop, even if you don't understand
Mm.
it completely.
Mm.
Maybe I was interested in those stories
Mm.
and I kept going.
Mm.
So I watched movies, I started reading comics, and there is a thing called manga, which is basically Japanese comics. So I
Okay.
was exposed to all these media which were completely in English. So I
Mm.
kept going. And I met very nice people when I was in high school, class 11, 12.
Mm.
And my teacher, he really helped me. He told me that you can make career if you know English. I
Mm.
didn't know. Even though
Okay.
I was able to understand English, I had no
Mm.
idea that you can speak, you can communicate with others.
Mm.
So yeah, there I was exposed to like English culture, I would say. Like I met
Mm.
so many people who were like really fluent. So I thought, what if I can speak like them? So I
Okay.
started trying. I started recording myself, and that's how I would say first year of graduation, I
Mm.
started putting, consciously putting effort that, I have to learn
Okay.
this, I have to speak.
Okay,
Yeah.
you are so mindful on that. So that's
Hmm.
what make me ask you another question. How was your
Hmm.
English learning journey been so far, and what
Hmm.
challenges you faced in this
Yeah.
duration?
I think the common challenge almost everyone faces the challenge like not finding partner and yeah, fear of judgment that what if I make a
Mm.
mistake. So
Mm.
these two problem I also faced, like even though I could hold a conversation, but I
Mm.
wasn't able to completely share my ideas. Like
Yes.
I could talk hours on like what I was watching, But let's
Mm.
say when people gave me random topics, I wasn't able to hold that conversation.
Mm.
So that one problem, and then I thought, maybe I need to work on my input. I started reading and observing other people, and especially people like Shahrukh Khan. Like
Mm.
I was always into Western media, but
Okay.
for some reasons, like because of my family, they were always, Shahrukh Khan fan. So I
Okay.
was exposed to his movies. So I liked his
Mm.
voice. So when
Mm.
I started learning English, I used to listen to him a lot. Like almost
Okay.
every day, I used to watch
Mm-hmm.
his interviews on loop, like same
Mm.
interview a couple of times or every
Mm.
week. So I think it helped, listening to right people, imitating
Mm.
them, and the common problem went away. Like I could hold a conversation, and
You
I realized that
have you joined any training classes like
yes, I
you are
did.
not yeah.
Like in
Which
in the
one? Can you mention the name?
yeah, it is English World, which is local, which is run by Anand sir, who was my
Okay.
teacher in class 11. So I used to get literature classes there. Then I found out that there is a spoken class too. I can learn to speak English. So I
Mm.
went there. But even though you are spending 6 months,
Mm.
once you get that break, you are not
Mm.
that fluent. So that what
Mm.
happened with me too. Happened, classes had
Mm.
stopped. I wasn't meeting people.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
then I
yeah.
started recording myself. So I think recording helped me more than my classes.
Mm.
Recording myself and then reviewing those videos. So
Because
yeah, I did take some classes.
that is the way when you can analyze and you can predict where I'm doing the mistakes. And now
True.
these are the spaces where I have to rectify myself. So if you're
Mhm.
evaluating yourself, it's called self-evaluation. Then it is better than if somebody is telling you and you're not following it. I can say the best
Exactly.
thing, well, best thing is when we join a class is that
Hmm.
they listen us very mindfully and they
Mhm.
just focus on the mistakes which we commit during talking, during making sentences.
Yeah.
Like we are doing
Yes.
some mistakes in sentence formation, or you can say with the tenses. That is one thing I can
Mhm.
say. If people are really struggling with these things, if they are speaking so much, but after that they are not in that, because I have seen so many people, they are not improved, even they are struggling a lot. So they can go
Yeah.
for that also. Listening
Correct.
always.
Yeah, yeah. I always
Mm.
mention that feedback is really important. If you
Mm.
want to master anything, you are getting instant feedback, you will improve like very quickly. Now with the internet thing, we can learn anything by ourselves,
Mm.
self-learning, but it takes time. Like you realize the mistake after 2 months,
Mm.
that realization can come within the first week of joining a class. So
Mm.
there I realized, I have heard, and I kind of agree with that, that grammar should not be our first priority. But I was
Mm.
lucky enough, that my teacher focused on grammar,
Mm.
that I was like mindful that I should
Mm.
not say he, she,
Mm.
like I should be mindful of the
Mm.
gender, tenses. So,
Mm.
like back in my mind, it was not consciously coming that Roshan, you should translate everything because I
Mm.
knew that this is the word where I should use in a sentence. So yeah,
Mm.
that helped getting.
Because sometimes
Yes, yes,
I have
yes.
seen some people like I have joined these classes, I have wasted so much money, but the result is nothing.
You want, yeah, like now I'm a teacher, so I can say it here, dude. You should not blame your teacher. That,
Yes.
yeah, no, I don't think not a single teacher wants their student to fail, like whatever they are
Yeah, yeah,
learning,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
We
yeah.
want them, we want to help them. You are a teacher,
Absolutely.
so you understand
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We
Yes,
are weak.
true, true. So
Okay.
if you do your work, I
Mm.
know that we have different learning abilities. Some people can learn very quickly. Some
Mm.
of us take time. So
Yes.
I realized that I was a slow learner. So I
Mm.
was never harsh on myself. Like even if I made some mistakes, my teacher told me, no, no, keep going, Roshan. You will figure it out.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
he was really kind to me.
Mm.
He was not correcting me every second time. Like, no,
Mm.
he was not
Mm.
correcting me. He realized that what kind of a learner I was. And
Mm.
I realized because of him. So yeah, that helped a lot.
I can say you have exposed very early in your life to reading. That would
Hmm.
be the one thing for our co-learners who are there and the
Hmm.
audience who are there. They should go through this to read a lot,
True.
as much as
Yes.
you can do. So my last question is, Roshan, where do you see yourself
Hmm.
after learning English fluently? Or I can say you have a dream or goal connected with that.
Yeah. So that's a really nice question and a very difficult one to answer right now. Because there was a time when I just wanted to hold a conversation and I
Hmm.
thought that if I can hold a conversation, I will be very happy, you know. And that was the reason I started my YouTube channel. I wanted to talk about books and movies.
Hmm.
So I started that and I made a lot of progress. I'm still learning, teaching. And when you are a teacher, you see that gap,
Hmm.
that this is the area I need to improve.
Yes,
I can
yes.
explain the same thing in a different manner. so that
Mm.
even I can understand, my learner can also understand.
Mm.
So I want to be able to become a good teacher, someone who can like teach anything, whatever problems my students have. So I want that. Second, I like to talk to people. So in real life, I want to have my own podcast. So maybe
Mm.
like earlier, I was doing a thing called Sasta podcast, where
Oh,
I used to
I
talk to
have
my
watched
friends.
that. I
So
have watched that. One of that.
yeah,
So,
yes.
are you
So
continuing?
the thing is that I'm from a very small town. I'm
Mm.
from Bihar and I live in a village. So there are
Mm.
not many people with whom I can talk in English. And
Mm.
even if there are a few people, they don't want to be on camera, like they are
Mm.
camera conscious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that's my next plan. If I'm able to save enough money and if I'm able to become really fluent,
Mm.
better than what I'm right now, then hopefully I can switch my place. I can move to another place. And there
Mm.
I want to continue doing this Sasta podcast or maybe
Mm.
English teaching.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other tip you want to share to our viewers
Yeah,
about
if
learning English?
somebody, yeah, as you mentioned that I was exposed to reading early,
Mm.
and I have always talked about reading in every conversation. So if somebody is watching me, like who have been watching me, they think that this guy
Mm.
only talks about reading. So, but that's what I love, like I love his stories.
Mm.
So I would say, guys, read whatever you enjoy. You don't
Mm.
have to read only one kind of books. Explore, be it fiction, non-fiction, self-help. Go with what you love. You know, if you are into fictional world, you want to escape, you don't want to, give yourself some challenges, then
Mm.
fiction is for you. If you want to keep on learning, you want to apply those practical suggestions, then self-help is for you, non-fiction is for you. So find your niche, like we say it on the internet, find your
Mm.
niche and create that. So I say find your interest and read that. If you can find,
Right.
you will not find this work boring. Yeah, I have to read only
Mm.
15 minutes, 20 minutes. You can go on and on.
So, thank you so much for coming on my YouTube channel. And really, you have shared mind blowing and mindful ideas about reading and improving English. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you so
If
much.
you